What's happening, traders and investors? It's Rod with POW Group. Welcome back in the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap. Today's a recap for Monday, June 21st. Happy Monday and a happy first day of summer. Hope you were all well out there today. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing as the topic of the day, whether or not there's some warning signs and some trouble ahead for the Suncor Energy stock. So ticker symbol SU on the NYSE. We're going to do some detailed analysis and we'll go over those warnings here in just a moment. But before we do, as we normally do, we'll go through some news and events on the day. I'll put some timestamps in the description below, and then we'll look at the broader market. And before we do, smash like, subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. So the Dow rallies 580 points for the best day since March as the market bounces back from a post-Fed sell-off last week, which was one of the worst sell-offs since October. We also had another economist, Mark Zandi, warning that came out today saying beware of inflation headwinds and that it could take a year to break even after a 10 to 20% market correction. So some doom and gloom. And also on that front, Bitcoin falls to 2-week low as China cracks down on the cryptocurrency space. And that did not phase MicroStrategy as Michael Saylor buys yet another 489 million worth of Bitcoin on the dip, now having about 105,000 Bitcoin, starting to raise some concerns and eyebrows, saying whether or not, some concerning aspects and points around whether or not all these companies owning so much Bitcoin is making it centralized. That's a legitimate concern that I have as well, and I'm starting to pay attention to that. But let me know in the comments below if you think that that is a big concern going forward. So on the crypto front here, we're consolidating on the 15-minute time frame, but not going to spend too much time here on the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency charts. Still keeping it simple. We did have the death cross on Bitcoin this weekend, so we're not seeing much follow through. So if this is all the downside that we get, then personally I am still extremely bullish. 30,000 is going to be key support, and we could see an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross as well, and a continuation of this weekly bear flag and lower low. So key support there at 30,000, and we're going to want to close over EMA 12 here on the monthly as well with only about 9 days left. So watching that 32,700 area, and be great to close over that and set a monthly higher low and confirm support off of that EMA. So taking a look at SPY with a nice strong day after breaking the daily inside bar bullish, closing near the high, but failing to close over daily EMA 12. So we need to be cautious there as well, because we could just be looking for a daily lower high. And this is how quickly things can change, right? That we had a daily uptrend. It was all bulls. We lost the EMA 12 on the daily. Then we confirmed resistance. Now we need to be cautious after filling the gap here at 419.32. Now we need to be cautious of daily lower highs, and actually a similar situation and point I want to make on SU as well. So like I said, potential for a daily downtrend if we lose the low here at 414.70. So that is the most important support going forward. And then we have resistance all the way up at all-time highs. So we're likely going to be heading to all-time highs or a daily downtrend, but it's entirely possible we see a daily inside bar tomorrow, but we are up here after hours to 421.24, so seeing a bit of continuation after hours. The dollar was also a clue. So we had the daily cup and handle that broke bull, and that gave us a clue that we could see some downside on stocks, as like we've been saying for a while, that it was in a daily uptrend, and that was one of the most important charts that we were looking at. IWM, so again, nice bounce here on the daily, couldn't get over EMA 12. QQQ still in a daily uptrend, so that's notable, and holding EMA 12 and not closing below it. So the tech sector continues to show off and just demonstrate its clear strength in the market. Speaking of strength in the market, US oil is extremely strong as well, holding EMA 12. So oil and the tech sector are clear bulls, just lead bulls in the broader market here at the moment. The metals trying to erase a terrible week last week and trying to get a bounce on here on the daily, but still yet to do so. So inside bar there on gold, and silver actually broke to a lower low today. So a little bit weaker here, but we are daily oversold. So expecting a bounce here soon, as we do have a lack of resistance as well. Like from the low here, check this out on gold, it could bounce almost 10% with a lack of daily resistance. So just going to cruise through this. So the financial sector, so nice bounce there after breaking the daily inside bar bullish as well. And this was a bounce play I mentioned last week. So we had a gap there at 35.99, daily oversold, and a lack of resistance all the way up until 38.60 pretty much. So nice bounce play there on XLF. Looks like it wants more after closing right at the high of the day into tomorrow. So we'll continue to monitor that as well. So SU will jump on to the Suncor Energy stock. So we have a couple of warning signs here. We had a double top at the high of this bounce from March lows of 2020. So 25.69 was resistance. We had a double top at 25.73, got just barely above it, but it was ended up being a bull trap and straight into a lower low. So that is not what we want to see as bulls. And we lost EMA 12 as well, which was the first time since below $20. And that was notable. We lost it and then we failed to close above it, just like SPY today. So a bit of a red flag there as well. And we also had the 200 weekly moving average at 25.98. So that was clear for all the way from down here at $9, $10. We've run, we've been stair stepping and nice weekly uptrend. We're still in a weekly uptrend, so we're still fine there, but we need to be extremely cautious. I'm not in a position, but if I were, I'd be looking to trim absolutely with that huge resistance there at 25.98 and demonstrating that it is clear resistance with that double top straight into a new lower low. And now we need to be cautious of a daily downtrend. So we're just going to anticipate a daily lower high here compared to that 25.73 level because of the size of this pullback. So on this bounce, we'll just anticipate a lower high compared to that. And key support is going to be 23.22, because if we lose that low, then we confirm a daily downtrend and weekly consolidation. But at this point, if you're looking for a bullish entry, you could have entered today on that daily inside bar bull break, set your stop below the low. As if we lose that, we see a daily downtrend confirm. You want to have a stop below that, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, but and for your informational purposes only. But if we lost that, I wouldn't want to be in a bullish position, but nice bottom fishing opportunity there as well. So moving on, taking a look at the weekly moving average. So we're still above the 10-week moving average, but we are getting some warning signs here from the stochastic crossing bearish and the MACD looking to do so as well. And again, going to be watching that 200-day moving average. And then we have the 100-day weekly moving average down at 2092. So the 200 weekly at 26 essentially, and then down at 2092 on the 100 weekly. On the daily time frame, so the moving averages here, we have the 50 down at 2285. So we've yet to test that as well. So if we do lose the low and confirm a daily downtrend, we'll be watching that 2285 and 2323. So around the $23 area, which is also the 10-week moving average. But again, that's how quickly things can change. And personally, I would be at least looking to trim. And at this point, you could have entered a bearish position as well when we failed to close over EMA 12, just looking for a daily lower high. So there's tons of way you could play this chart at the moment, but we're possibly heading to daily oversold as well, which would be the first time since back at $10. So we're definitely due. And just taking a quick peek at the monthly chart. So we haven't seen any monthly consolidation either, any real monthly consolidation until 1067, but we're still not monthly overbought. And in terms of the weekly, so we were weekly overbought. We're seeing a little bit of bearish divergence here, but not too much on the RSI here on the weekly, but still holding the weekly uptrend and still holding EMA 12 on the weekly, which has been the case since back here at $10. So if we were to close a weekly candle, if you're potentially looking to unload some as well, if we close the candle below 2314 this week, that would be a cause for concern. So going to end the analysis on SU there, we'll just take a quick peek at the rest of the market, see some movers and shakers. So on the bear list, we had CLOV, GME, and AMC. And on the bull list, obviously SU leading my main watch list today, EH and Roku. So congrats to the bulls and the bears out there today. Going to end the video there, and we will do another MJ sector review here shortly. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, tick the bell. You'll be notified on that future video, and hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Going to end it there though. Hope you all found value in this video today. I know things can change in a hurry and a lot of people are getting complacent. It's the summertime, things are opening back up. So I would just encourage you to develop a plan, keep things simple. If you are going to, be away from the computer, maybe you want to utilize a stop loss or a hedge or something like that. But again, not financial advice, just for entertainment, but also just wanting to personally just warn people that this isn't really the time that we want to be complacent in the market either. Thanks for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap, and we'll see you on the next one.